Hey everyone, my name is Ben and I run a used appliance store, but today I got something new today. It is a Maytag side-by-side refrigerator. It's pretty new and it has this pretty neat interface on it that allows you to do some diagnostics and some different tests on it. It's really neat, but it's also new, and I wanted to show you how all that works. Now, if your Maytag refrigerator doesn't have the indoor water and ice, that's okay. I'm going to show you how to open up and use some of the other modes, as there's an interface in this called an Athena interface if you do not have that indoor and water. So let's go ahead and show you how this works, and then we're going to get to that Athena at the end of the video, and make sure to watch for the timestamps.
Before we start with the diagnostic mode, please note that the door handles and the interface could look slightly different than mine in the video. As long as your Maytag interface looks like one of these two styles, the input codes I give you are going to work, so let's go ahead and get into the diagnostics. Okay, so in order to get this refrigerator into diagnostic mode, you need the refrigerator to be freshly booted up. You're going to need to unplug the refrigerator, wait 2 or 3 minutes, then plug the refrigerator back in to prepare for inputting the diagnostic code sequence. Once powered back up, it will take between 30 and 45 seconds for the refrigerator to fully boot back up. You'll know when it's turned back on when the temperature segments are back up. When the display is on, it is time to put the system into diagnostic mode now. First, you need to press the freezer temperature button until it is set only to 1 blue increment. Then you want to do the exact same thing for the refrigerator temperature button. Both of these buttons must be set to only 1 blue increment for the code to work. When both are then set, you want to press and hold the freezer temperature button and ice type button simultaneously, and then you want to hold them for about 5 seconds. If you entered the diagnostic code correctly, you're going to see every light on the display suddenly flash on. If you see on your refrigerator what you do in this video, then congratulations, you're in diagnostic mode now. Finally, you want to press all 5 keys in order from left to right. This will confirm all interface lights and buttons work, and then reset the interface for the diagnostic inputs. When you do this correctly, all lights on the interface will flash yet again and then turn off. This means it is now ready for you to command the entire diagnostic system. Here's how the diagnostic system works. The second button, which is the light key, advances to the next diagnostic step. The fourth key, which is the lock key, decreases to the previous diagnostic step. The fifth key will turn the mode on or off if it's a diagnostic step that will involve something like the forced defrost mode or turning the fan on or off. Here's how the display works for the first test. The light segments on the left side will turn on to indicate which diagnostic step you are on. The right side will tell you the feedback of the diagnostic step that you're running, so you know if there's an issue or error or if it's fine. Many of these tests are automatic, but if they aren't, again, the fifth key will begin the operation to run. When you advance to the next step, usually all the lights will turn off on the refrigerator until you advance to the next step. I know this is a lot of information on the screen, but I hope it makes sense, as all the codes are going to correspond with the left side step codes and the results on the right side as we go through each option and selection. With all of that being said, let's go through a few codes without me talking at all so you can read and find the information you need. Feel free to pause this video at any given time so you can copy down the information. This is the first instance button 5 could be used to run the compressor and fan, but I did not choose to use it for this video. This is probably one of, or the most useful test you can do, which is the forced defrost mode. It's going to shut every fan off as well as the compressor, and it's going to attempt to run the defrost heater in the freezer cabinet. Again, you can run this by using the fifth key, the refrigerator temperature key, to turn it off and on. Step 29 is a big, involved diagnostic code as it requests the Icemaker to run an ice harvest step. But since this refrigerator is absolutely brand new, I don't have the water plugged in or the Icemaker turned on. Note the process on the side of the chart, as this process could take a significant amount of time to cycle, so please be patient on this test. This also goes for the very next step, step 31, which is the Icemaker water fill test. Note that you must perform step 29 before step 31, or else you're going to run into big problems with the Icemaker, as it will attempt to perform a double fill and you'll end up getting water everywhere in your refrigerator. This is the last step showing you all of the step codes that we have run through today. If you try to press the 5th button to activate the cycle, nothing's going to happen. And if you do cycle to the next option, it's just going to return to the very first code we tried. The manufacturer's tech sheet does not tell you how to reset the system, but I found that unplugging the refrigerator then plugging it back in worked to return the unit to full, normal working operations. Next, let me show you how to activate and deactivate the showroom or demo mode. This will turn your refrigerator's cooling mode entirely off, and without knowing what this code does or works, it will prevent the refrigerator from cooling until you deactivate it or clear the code. First, we need to again unplug and then plug the refrigerator back in to reboot. Once the system has boot up, you have 2 minutes to press and hold the freezer temp and refrigerator temp buttons simultaneously for 5 seconds. If you've done this correctly, you're going to see an animation running to show that you're now in the demo mode. From this point, any button you press will be fake regarding temperatures or changes to the cooling capacity of the refrigerator. The buttons will increase and decrease the temperatures, will continue to work and pretend to perform correctly in this mode as well. The fans typically will not run, and certainly the compressor nor its fan will engage at all. The service manual does not offer a suggestion on how to disengage the showroom mode, which I found really strange in the manual. However, I did clear the showroom mode by inputting the showroom code back into the system, and I can confirm it began to cool the refrigerator again, and it's even running a week later in my studio, running with full cooling capacity without unplugging and replugging the refrigerator back in. Finally, let's look at a side-by-side refrigerator that doesn't have an indoor ice maker or water. Its service mode is significantly different, and it's a bit more limited, but it's really useful nonetheless. The control system is on the right side of the refrigerator, inside the refrigerator door, at the top left. It's going to kind of look like this, but has additional buttons like we now see here in this image. To initiate the diagnostic and service mode on this type of refrigerator, we want to unplug the refrigerator, then you want to plug the refrigerator back in. Now within 30 seconds of powering on the refrigerator, you need to press the temperature select button. You need to press the temperature select button until it is set to the single light setting at the top of the control. Once there, you need to press in the door switch to simulate the door being closed. Then you need to press and hold the temperature setting button for 5 seconds. This will then trigger all the lights to flash on the UI, telling you that you are now in service mode. These lights will shut off in 10 seconds and now you're ready to use it. To cycle through the test modes, you want to press the temperature setting button and wait about 3 seconds in between each mode selection. Here are the various modes that you can cycle through and the lights that should be displayed. You'll start off at mode 0. The first button press will force run the refrigerator compressor system. The next button will turn the compressor off and all the service lights as well. The next one will turn on the defrost heater, and of course that one's extremely important for many people to run that forced defrost mode. Pressing the temperature select button again will turn the heater off as well as the lights. The next press will turn on the last light, but it doesn't actually do anything as far as forcing a mode. After this press, you'll get into the error code mode or display fail message mode. In this mode, any system failure is going to cause a code to show up. If no lights show up, your refrigerator thinks it is in good working order. Here's the table of failure codes for your refrigerator. If any lights flash, your refrigerator believes that there is an issue. These are the codes available to this style refrigerator when I've made this video, but it's possible there could be more than 7 possible failure codes in the future. In this example, I'm simulating a refrigerator and defrost sensor error with lights D9 and D8 flashing. The service sheet does not inform me if it can flash multiple series of codes indicating more than one failure. Additionally, it doesn't tell me how to resolve the codes, although I imagine that by unplugging the refrigerator and installing the correct part should flush the codes out of the system. When you are done with the display messages, otherwise known as error codes, you can press the temperature select button one final time to show one last light. A final last press of the temperature button will return it to the refrigerator's normal operating mode. Finally, there is a sales demo mode for this style model, or showroom mode. You'll need to unplug the refrigerator, then wait between 15 and 30 seconds for the system to reset, then plug it back in. Now, within 2 minutes of the refrigerator booting up, you want to press the temperature setting button until the maximum cooling mode is reached. You'll then need to press and hold the door switch to simulate the door being closed, then press and hold the temperature setting button for 3 seconds. If you perform the demo mode correctly, each UI button should flash individually and keep cycling. Once you press the temperature setting button again, the refrigerator will fully engage the demo mode. From this point, any button you press will be fake. It may show that the selections are changing, but it will not run the compressor. It will not cool at all, although the lights and everything else will pretend like it's working. Now, to exit the showroom mode, you're going to take the same exact steps as we did earlier to put it into the showroom mode. Temperature lights to the max, press and hold the door switch button, then press and hold the temperature select button for about 3 seconds. This will reset the refrigerator to its normal operating procedure and it will cool again. Thank you so much for watching the video today. I hope you are able to get your Maytag side-by-side refrigerator working again using the codes and the different techniques in the video. Make sure to subscribe because I will be working on this style refrigerator more in the future, but not quite yet. Take care, guys.